we're learning about. Well, and exactly. I mean, and to a lot of people, it seems like, or you might hear us talking about some of the things, but like, duh. But I mean, the first thing is, how many of us are really doing a lot of these things that we might hear about? Well, that makes sense, but your habits may be something other than that thing that makes sense, right? Mm-hmm. And the other thing is like, what things are you doing to try and cultivate good habits? Or even when you see something that's not right, are you taking into account what you are eating or what you aren't eating enough of, or what you should be eating, or even what's in the stuff that you're normally eating? Mm-hmm. We have to understand that there's a lot of things in our food that's not exactly food. And our body's like, what is this?
Yeah.
So.
No doubt. Yeah, and I think it's really having a balance, because I think people will go from like unhealthy eating habits, think they just got to get rid of everything. And I really think for me, it's been a balance, right? Because there's certain foods, it's like you can eat unhealthy foods, like your buddy was saying.
Of course, we all have stuff like that.
But if you're staying within a certain calorie ratio, like say you got 3,000 calories you can eat in a day. So maybe you intermittent fast till 2 o'clock. Mm-hmm. And then for lunch, where you're breaking your fast, you have the cheeseburger, fries, and a shake. That might be like 1,200 calories, right? So at 2 p.m., you've already...
more than that.
Probably more than that, maybe 14, right? So you've had almost half your calories, right? But you waited till 2 p.m.
Yep.
And now since you waited till 2 p.m. and ate at 2 p.m., you're now full, most likely with that kind of a calorie-dense fat grease. You're probably good for 6 hours, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So then you get to 8, 9 o'clock when maybe you're feeling hungry again, and then you eat that meal. And I mean, you still have, plus you've probably burnt some calories for the day. So you still have at least 16, maybe 100 calories for your last meal. And dude, for 1,600 calories, you could eat pretty much half a pizza.
Facts, man. And that's
that's your diet for the day, right?
Yep.
You stayed within your calorie ratio.
You did.
But you're not giving yourself all the macronutrients, like the right amount of fiber, right?
Exactly.
So if you don't have the right amount of fiber, you're going to have issues. Yep. If you're not getting... if you're not getting enough protein, you're going to feel hungry more often. If you're not getting this right amount of fat, you're going to feel hungry more often, because the fat's what sustains us a lot of times. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I just wanted to, I had to jump in on this, because a lot of times people think every calorie is not the same. You have to understand that.
Yeah.
A fat calorie and a sugar calorie are not the same. And people have to understand, how your body is going to react to certain calories. And then also, like you said, people are like, oh, I'm not going to eat carbs. I'm like, okay, but carbs are necessary. They're a vehicle for other types of...
it's wood for the fire, you know what I mean?
Well, exactly. But the thing about it is, like, if you eat carbs constantly, then your body's going to be burned through them, because all there is a complex sugar. It's not that carbs are bad and they cause you to gain weight. It's just that you have to understand, what did they say when we were kids? A balanced diet. Mm-hmm. Eating carbs all day is not a balanced diet, right? So you have to figure out what you said, like about the macronutrients and stuff like that, and even recognizing what is an empty calorie and what isn't. There's so many different ways, and I know I'm kind of all over the place, but I got to say, like I said earlier, what's healthy, what's a good diet, and all these things, everybody's going to do it a little bit different. We'll implement it a little bit different. It's going to look different from person to person, right? So, in one regard, that's good, because it shows you that you have a ton of options. But at the same time, you have to stay realistic and recognize that, you're going to have to give your body what it needs, on a regular basis. Maybe not with every single meal, but you have to recognize that your body's going to need and want certain things, and you have to try and, like you said, balance it.